this fantastic day. I pray that you guys are doing well. Welcome back to Just Start. My name is Vanity, and I'm so thankful for you guys coming back and checking out another video in this series. You see by the title, we are going to be talking about some top 5 K-dramas. We're going to go back in time in 2025. Like it was so long ago, y'all, right? But seriously though, I think I enjoyed 2025 K-dramas so much than I have in the past. Like every year they come out with some heavy hitters, and I believe 2025 was that year. She was that girl. She gave me what I need and so much more than I was not expecting. I enjoyed the K-dramas from last year. So I only have 5. You probably guys, you may have like 10 or 20, but I only got enough bandwidth in this video to just do 5. So I'm not keeping you guys here for too long. So my top 5 of my K-dramas of 2025, and I'm going to try to do this for 2026. And when we enter into 2027, I'll do the 2026 top 5s. But so I'll try to keep that going. But hopefully, you know, you guys are enjoying these videos in the series of this K-dramas with, I think I called it Subtitles and Chill. I think that's what I called it. So you guys seem to enjoy the first one that I released. You know, it did really well. So, you know, compared to my other videos, it seems like there's some interest there. So I'm going to keep these going, because if you guys are interested in them and you don't mind me talking about them, then let's go for it. So my top, we're going to go from 5 to 1. So my top 5. The number 5 is my Dearest Nemesis. So this one came out in like the middle of 2025. I want to say it did. And it didn't just whisper, it sizzled. Enemies to lovers. You know, they love that trope, y'all. And I don't mind it either, because it's always a fun way to just see them like kind of be sparring partners, and then they end up being best friends, and then they end up being the best of lovers, because it's just I don't mind it. Keep it coming. It just requires some emotional honesty under fire, and this one definitely delivered that for me. It wasn't just about the banter and the sparks. It was about 2 people who saw each other's shadows and said, I'm still not running. It lands at number 5 for me because it lacked impact, but not because it lacked impact, but because it was a slow burn, the kind that glows in your bones rather than exploding in your chest. And I appreciated it and I respected it, but it didn't knock the breath out of me the way that the top 4 did. It's like that good wine. It's not the one that makes you cry in the couch cushions. Like, I love, and the main cast in this particular one, you know, they started off as friends, and because they kind of got into this world of video gaming, and that's kind of how she kind of got her release. She actually kind of like stumbled across it. You know, it wasn't something that she did on a regular basis. I think she was like giving her brother a hard time, and then somebody was giving him a hard time. And you know, us siblings, we can only give each other a hard time. Nobody else can bother your sister or your brother. Only you can, right? So when she found that out, she got on that game and she gave whoever that was the business. And then from there, she ended up, you know, meeting the lead male character, who turned out to be younger than her. But then when she met him, because she was like, you know, thinking he was going to be like her soulmate and things like that. But then when she met him, he was like a kid. She was like so upset, because it was just like, I feel like she was going through so many things. Like she was like, okay, another failed moment, another letdown. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It was really just another letdown. And so many of us can relate to that. You know, you're used to losing so much. Like when you think you got to win and then it turns out to be another letdown, that can kind of be just a little earth-shattering and a little devastating, because she was going through a lot of family issues and things like that, and work issues, and trying to find her way in the world. And you know, you're thinking that, okay, well, let me pour into this love, this new love potentially, and just to find out that he's just this younger kid. You know, she kind of felt, you know, ashamed and embarrassed. I mean, anybody can relate to that. It hasn't happened to me personally, but I can definitely understand how she was feeling. And then as he grew up, He also had his ups and downs with his grandmother, who just kind of wanted him to censor himself. Like, he couldn't be himself. Like, he had to be this clean, polished, very dressed well and all of that stuff, and that just wasn't him. His style, he was more punk rock. He was he was a kid at heart, really, being honest. He just had different tastes. It doesn't make you wrong. It's just like you have other interests, and that's why they kind of had a kinship with that, because she also enjoyed her own thing that she kept. But in the end, they were able to have that relatability come together and really make a good go of it, good start of it. They found out each other's identities. Because at first he didn't know who she was, she didn't know who he was, because he got older, he got older, and she just got forgetful of him. And he grew up too, she didn't really recognize him, and he just completely forgot about her, even though she really did look the same, but he just like moved on with his life because it was such a long time ago. And when I say it was just it was a sweet K-drama, it really, really was. I enjoyed the story. I love the lead actress. She is such diverse. She's so good. And it wasn't like impactful. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, but it's worth, like, if you want to enjoy something fun, a little silly, entertaining, something that hit your heart too, you will definitely enjoy this K-drama, number 5, My Dearest Nemesis. And I spoke about this in my first one. I'm going to speak on this again. I know I was heavy on the music. We also got to talk about the fashion, y'all. When I say I want to go to Korea just to shop, just to see their stores. I don't know who their stylists are, but they know they get the best of the best in these K-dramas, because I don't care if you pour in the K-dramas, they gonna still have you looking rich, okay, honey? They still gonna have you looking good. I'm like, I thought she was poor. How she got this expensive Italian leather, this Italian cream coat? Like, it don't matter what status you are still gonna be looking rich in them streets, okay? So I was like, okay, even if they call themselves looking frumpy, they still look like just wealthy. So I'm just like, I'm here for it, honey. I just love the fashion. I didn't talk about that enough in my first video because I'm in love with the music still, y'all. But them fashions be fashion, okay? So let's go ahead and hop to number 4. All right, so let's talk about number 4, The Law and the City. This also came out around mid 2025. So good. Y'all, when I say, I'm not even going to look at my notes on this one because I have notes just because it's been so long since I've seen these. So I wanted to have something to refer back to. I didn't need my notes on this one. I absolutely love this series. It was so hard to put it at number 4. It really is a tie between 2 and 1 for me because it was so relatable, y'all. And it had a lot of characters. It had a lot of stories. But I was able to flow with each character, each story. I just enjoyed every single character. You know how they have like side characters so the main characters can like rest and do whatever they're doing in the background, I guess, until we really want to see the main characters, but they put the side characters in there. But you don't really want to keep up with their story. But when I say I enjoyed this one so much, and I enjoyed the side characters just as much as the main. I enjoyed the lead characters. Once again, you see my girl again, and he was super cute. I've never watched any of his series. I don't know why. Like, for some reason, I was like, he just looked like, I just wasn't sure about him. I didn't like his look all the way, and I'm sorry if that don't sound right, but it was. I'm like, I don't know. But when I watched this one, I was like, I feel like, girl, you should have gave these other ones that he played in a chance, because, and that's why you don't judge a book by its cover, because when I say I fell in love with him more than I love my girl who I watch all the time. He was so good, so relatable, so honest, so raw. He played a business. He was just very adamant on his stance, and I get when you are in an establishment, and they're all lawyers. They're 4 lawyers, right? And one of their partners are leaving, so then that's how my girl come in. And those two actually dated in the past very briefly. They had like a small fling. Not that they slept together, anything like that, but they just kissed, and that's a fling in Korea, y'all. As long you kiss, you soulmates for life. If y'all watch them, you know, okay. So when she came into the picture, he didn't recognize her at first because again, it's been so long, but she knew him right away. She was like, how can he forget this cute face? My face too pretty. How he forgot me? I just love that so much. I love confident women. I just love that so much because you don't see that too often. I just love that. But anyways, so they end up having their own story. The other lawyers have their own story. This particular lawyer that I'm going to show you right now, again, forgive me, I don't know all their names. He was a surprising one. Like, he was really funny from the get-go, like from the elevator scenes, and like he was so nonchalant. When I say, I don't know what it is about me, I love nonchalantness. Like, that's my thing. Like, you care, but you don't make a big deal and you don't make a big grand show about it, but people know that you care about them, right? And that's what I just appreciate about his level of nonchalance. Like, he was all about his business, his money, his clients, making sure everything was in order. Like, he just was no nonsense. I think that's what it is too. I love no nonsense people. I just love that. So anyways, that was what his thing was. And I wasn't sure about him at first, but I'm like, he was funny, but I'm like, dang, he really just like no nonsense. He nonchalant. Like, he looked like he does not care and he not listening, but he's actually very in tune. He's aware of what's going on. He was so like the emotional intelligence that this character and this actor played. It was so good, y'all. I was laughing at him. I was crying with him. And I just related so much to his story because he went through a struggle. He went through a struggle, y'all. And I don't want to give too much away because I really want you guys to check these out for yourself and just enjoy them. But I'm saying, like, if you have watched this series, let me know if you agree with me about his character because, he was just that. He was the one I really honestly liked the most out of all of them. And he was very unexpected. I wasn't expecting to like him as much, but I cried the most, like, with this series with him than I did all year with any of the other ones. And I enjoyed each and every one of these. But it hit me, the emotions that he was able to pull out with this character, I was ended up crying with him because I just felt it with him. I'm just like, dang, his story was so beautiful and the way he overcome it and, still was so successful. It's definitely worth checking out. I love the other lead lady character in here. She was super funny, super supportive. And I love the women dynamic. They weren't catty. They weren't against each other. They genuinely had a friendship and a bond and they looked out for each other. They helped one another and they all just like rallied around each other. And it was just such a beautiful written story and it's so well worth watching. So if you get a chance, check out number 4, Law and Order, and let's go to number 3. Whew, y'all, number 3, Love Me. So I just finished this not too long ago. It is right now, I don't know when I'm releasing this. It's January the 25th. I just finished it Saturday, I want to say afternoon because it's Sunday right now when I'm recording this. So I just finished this one, y'all. So this one just wrapped up in this new year because it started a little bit late in the year of 2025. Love Me. I love this lead actress. Y'all see a picture of her right now. She's one of my faves too. Woo! When I say this was a roller coaster. And the reason why it beat number 4, and I love number 4, I appreciate the depths that this story went. I appreciate the rawness of how this story played out and how, again, that relatability and the family dynamics. Once again, a lot of characters, a lot of stories, but the way it flowed. Y'all, when I say, if you don't watch K-dramas, you are missing out. This is some good, and this is not just entertainment. I don't think of this as entertainment. These are life lessons. Like, you can learn from this. You can relate to this. You can see yourself in it. Even if these people don't look nothing like me, obviously. I'm an African-American woman, and I'm watching, people on the other side of the world who probably I don't know if I will ever meet in this life. But the way that they depict things, they break things down, the acting, the fashion, the music, the storylines. I mean, like, it was so relatable how especially someone that, because right now I am single in this moment until, God brings my husband, or you may also be like, if you've gone through a season where you have just had a lonely period, an isolating period, and you're looking for those connections. I think that this story, I'm not saying use this story as a guideline and a base for that, but it's just a good place to know, like, hey, I'm not alone. It's just not me feeling this way. There are other people out here on the other side of the world that have these same exact feelings and emotions and desires. And when she finally does meet the lead character in this one, and I've never seen him before, I think, and then when I looked him up, I don't think he has any other body of work other than this one, but he was also very good, very gentle, very sweet, very understanding of her. They were equally yoked in a sense. They got on my nerves a few times, don't get me wrong, because it was just like they just were just like two ships missing in the night, and it's just like, come on, y'all. But it wasn't him, it was her. And then and then they kept dropping bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb. I'm just like, we enjoy they give us a really good episode. Everybody's doing well, everybody's happy, everything is like, okay, we getting off this roller coaster, and we everything all right, and then swoop. Like, that's what they do after the end of every episode until the very last episode of 12. But again, I could follow each character. I enjoyed the side stories. I enjoyed everything about this story. If you have ever dealt with some family dynamics where it can get messy, you can get afraid, you can get tired, but there's still healing on the other side. This one wasn't flashy. It was just a tender story. It was so tender, and that's why it landed at number 3 for me. Again, I don't want to go too in depth because I want you guys to take the time to just watch these for yourself, but this is definitely number 3 for 2025 for me. So let's go ahead and jump in number 2. So number 2, Love Scout. This came out the beginning of last year in January. And when I say, I just knew for sure this was going to be my number 1. I loved everything. And I know y'all probably already saw this in the first one that I did for last year. The first one. I'm going to put it in here again because I love it that much. I love Love Scout. This was a phenomenal K-drama. This is one of my top 5 K-dramas ever. And maybe I need to do a list of my top 5, my top 10. I'm going to say top 10. But either way, we're going to keep going. Love Scout. I already broke it down in that first video. Y'all go check that out. I don't want to spend too much time because we've already talked about it in depth. This one was good, from the music to the fashion to the story. I cried, I laughed. This impacted me. This is like, God, I want this type of partnership. Like, I want this type of level of care and all the good stuff, the equally yoked stuff that God can provide in a relationship. Like, this man loved this woman loved this man. She even loved his child that wasn't hers. Like, this, it just was such a wonderful story. And like I said, y'all, I don't want to stay too long in it because I've already talked about it. Check out the other video if you want an in-depth, but please make sure you check it out on Viki. It's worth it, y'all. It's so good and you will enjoy it. And if you have checked it out, leave me a comment and say, girl, you was right, it was good. Or girl, you know what, that was a miss for me. Whatever you feel like you want to say, let me know, because I definitely want to get your feedback and your comment on that. So let's go to number 1. So number one. So this came out, I want to say the month of November, maybe late October, I'm not sure. Y'all already see Dynamic Kiss. I adored this one. It is number 1 It is no. It's definitely again in my top five. This one is definitely in my top five. It will be probably number two of my top 10. If I had to put it as a ranking, it's number two, and then Love Scout would be number three because it was. I don't. Who would be number one? Oh Lord, I wouldn't even know. I have to think about that because there's so many good ones. But right now in this moment, let's talk about Dynamic Kiss because it deserves its space and its time. This one did not just land like it was supposed to. It knew its assignment from the characters, from the acting, from the story. Again, I enjoyed all of the side characters and their stories. I just enjoyed everything about this K-drama. I enjoyed the community. I even enjoyed, like, when you make a mistake and how you hold yourself accountable, from the lead actor. She just was dealt with some rough and hard cards in this series, like from her family, her siblings not really believing in her. She's trying. She went to college, but they look down on they even look down on the college that she went to. Like, she went to college and it still ain't good enough because it's not a prestigious college, and people making fun of her and laughing at her. So in order for her to just live, she did have to, tell a lie. And I don't recommend that, y'all. I'm not standing against that because, the Bible say, we don't lie around here. No, but that's what she made that choice. She made that choice, and she got the consequences that came behind it now. But in that turn, she was able to meet the lead character, and they, had an agreement, had a contract. And it wasn't like weird or sketchy or anything like that, y'all. It was very cute how they was able to, both lean on each other to help each other get what they need, and not nothing to with the job. She played her part, he played his part, and he helped her not be humiliated in so many terms. When I say this lead character, he is, not only does he look good, y'all, he is so cute. He's a cutie. And also they were dressing the fashions once again. But I love how they wrote this lead character. Like, she fell for him first, but he felt harder. Like, he was all about her. When she got sick, he was there. When he, when she would bend down because she dropped something, he made sure his hand was on the side of the table. So if she bent down, her head would hit his hand and not the table. Y'all, when I say, Lord, send him like that, I don't want him if he ain't like that. Like, he's so attentive, so observant, so caring about her. Lord, if he ain't like that, I don't want him. I'm just saying. I know he has to exist. He has to exist. Cause that's the same level of care she did for him. She looked out for him in that same capacity. But when I say that man was here for her on all levels, he was here for her. And I just loved it. I mean, I don't want to give too much away because I really want you guys to go enjoy this on Netflix. That's where it's at. And just come back to this video and comment and tell me, girl, yes, it was so good, because I enjoyed it. Now, this is a man. That's an Ephesians 6 man for you. That's a man after God's own heart, because, like, that's it. Like, you care about your woman. You care about her well-being. And that's what he did. He wasn't perfect. This is not about making putting nobody on no pedestal, because he had his flaws and his issues too, y'all. Because if you watch the story, you'll see it. But in the end, like, all in all, he cared about her. He loved her, and he looked out for her. And he was devastated, when her lie caught up. And he found out, but guess what? He still forgave her. He still chose her. Spoiler alert. Sorry, y'all. But, in the end, they were able to come in holy matrimony. They had babies. They were happy. But this series, this particular one, Dynamic Kiss, it was so good. And it wasn't like overly, again, sexualized or anything like that. None of these. And that's why I do appreciate about K-dramas. I don't have to see a bunch of sexual things thrown up at me. It's there, but I don't need to see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind peck or two kiss, but I don't need to see y'all butt naked and doing whatever you're doing. That ain't for me to see. So that's why I really appreciate the K-dramas, because there is a level of modesty and decorum and respect, and you know what? That's not my business, okay? But y'all, Please let me know if you agree with my top 5. Let me know if you got any top 5s of your own in 2025 and what you looking at right now in 2026. I'll be honest, y'all, I just finished up, Love Me, so I don't really have anything right now. They've rolled out a few series already, but none has catch my eye yet, so I'm hoping that I'm going to have another Love Scout soon. Something in the beginning of the year that I can at least start my 2026 list on. But either way, if y'all know any, hit me up and let me know. Say, girl, check this out because it was good. It was good. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I will be back for more Subtitles and Chill. And I love you with the love of Christ. Remember to cast all them cares. Represent the Lord here, even in the K-drama series, okay? So remember to cast all them cares unto him. He will sustain you. He will not let the righteous fall. I love y'all once again to life. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, my lovelies. Bye-bye.